All right, greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome to the Crypto Truth, where I give you the truth as I see it, as promised. Apparently, only one person decided to give me their real world asset (RWA) project, and so today we are going to check out Oasis. So I'm gonna do like I did a long time ago. At that time, it was only like 6,000 crypto projects. Now there's like 2 million. So excuse me, I had to step away for a second there. But there's a lot of things that have changed. Used to be that I would look at a project and say, oh my God, it's ranked 264, and think it's like a beginner project. But if we look at it now, if a project is ranked 264, that's a very good sign as far as what we're looking at as far as token wise is concerned. But let's take a look at some of the specifics here. As usual, what I like to do is I like to just go ahead and I start from the left-hand side here on CoinMarketCap. There's so much more information that we actually get from CoinMarketCap, which is very cool, by the way. We'll take a look at those things because I really don't check out CoinMarketCap all that often. But yeah, let's check it out here. So right now we got a market cap of 157 and 14% increase today. As you guys know, that's only because of this gigantic ass drop that happened, and everything crashed. And by the way, speaking about that, Coinbase. We took a look at Coinbase, and this happens every single time. And by the way, the markets have been manipulated. People, it's only a $4 or $5 trillion crypto is only not even a 5 trillion, but 4 trillion asset. And guess what? It's manipulated. If 100 trillion asset in stocks and bonds and all of that can be manipulated, damn right, crypto can be manipulated. And this was a coordinated effort to manipulate the market. Coinbase, when everything tanked, they would not allow people to put money into crypto so that they can take advantage of the large dips that will happen. But here's the funniest thing. You guys should understand this. When the markets take off and everything takes off like 30-40% for a long period of time, or we have a really good day where everything is up, and by the way, you guys don't know this, but things can go up like 50-60%. Like I'm talking about like the top 200 to 300 projects are like just jump up like crazy. Coinbase will not allow people to make withdrawals again. Like it happened last time, it's gonna happen this time, and they're gonna use the excuse, oh, it crashed and all that kind of stuff. Bullshit. We all know what the real situation is. They want to make sure that they maximize their profits, minimize their losses as an exchange. Let's get into Oasis market cap before I go on my whole rant. Okay, so right now we're looking at community sentiment at 90%. So a lot of people are excited. We have 400 for this project. We have 448K followers. So that is quite a bit. We're looking at, again, number 264. We're at 0.02 or 2 cents. And we can look here, obviously, like if we go, why is Rose's price up today? This is actually pretty cool. And we all know why the price is up today, but there was a lot of news about Ondo. I believe they had there it is. Ondo finalized its acquisition of Oasis Pro on October 6th, gaining U.S. broker license, alternative trading license. Ondo Finance enables compliance token securities trading, positioning Rose as a critical infrastructure player for regulated real-world asset tokenization. We're gonna get into that as well because I hear a lot of these same lingo, right? The same lingo from other crypto projects out there. But let's go ahead. Market cap at 157, volume 14.7. One of the key things here is we're looking at about is that 2K or 200K? I think that's 2K. But yeah, 2009. But we'll go ahead, because if I'm not mistaken, I took a look before and it actually gave me an exact number. The total supply is 10 billion rows. Not bad. A whole lot better than 177. For some of you guys who may not know, you guys know what I mean when I say 177 billion tokens. Circulating supply, 7.41 billion rows. And I already pulled up the website here, but we're going to take a look at some of these. So where is it available right now? It actually has a connected pair rows to USDT or USDT or Tether, rows and Try, and this is all from Binance. So that's pretty good. Obviously, it seems like we got BitGet, Coinbase Exchange USD. Is it available on Coinbase? Hold on, let me take a look. I want to make sure that it's actually available on Coinbase. I don't have a lot on Coinbase, so I don't mind pulling this up real quick and searching for. There we go. Let's check this out. Oh wow, yeah, you actually can purchase Oasis. That is pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. It's building solid. Okay, well, that's a very positive thing. No wonder it's ranked at 264. Let me tell you guys something. If a project is ranked up there and it's available in the US, that's an excellent sign. But I will say that the ability to grow, for example, you guys know I follow Holochain and Hot is not available in the US, and its EU pairs have been very difficult. And so if and when they actually join the exchanges in the United States, you can guarantee there's going to be some high volume in there. So this is a very positive thing for Oasis. Right now, we haven't even talked about what Oasis can do or what it is. We're just looking at its fundamentals on the exchange here. Oasis token. I don't like to read all this stuff. It's pretty cool though. And we can look at the core contributions, a little extra stuff, but I'm not getting into that. Yeah, 2K holders. So Oasis holder, there's 2,000 holders. That's not really that's not a lot of holders, to be honest with you guys. So we got some wallet addresses that are holding a lot, but I mean, it does have 10 billion supply. So, there's going to be the money makers out there. And yeah, similar coins to Oasis. We have the Graph, the Sandbox, Scala, Harmony, Near Protocol, Polkadot. Yeah, we have some of those. I have done research on a couple of those projects. Now, what is Oasis? What is it trying to do? What are they trying to do? Excuse me. Usually, here we go. So the Oasis Network is a groundbreaking layer 1 blockchain platform designed to make privacy and scalability accessible to everyone. It uniquely separates consensus and execution into 2 layers, allowing for parallel processing of transactions and built-in privacy features. Think of it like having multiple specialized lanes on a highway, where different types of transactions can move quickly without slowing each other down while keeping sensitive information protected. This last part here is extremely important, while keeping sensitive information protected. I do believe that there's a gigantic race in attempting to figure out exactly what project is going to be successful when it comes to the payment rails, right? When it comes to allowing privacy and scalability. So in processing transactions, again, Oasis Labs I remember hearing a lot about Oasis Labs, but that was back when I think they were first starting to come up. But I never really paid attention. You guys know there's a lot of projects out there. So it says here, Ondo Finance finalizes acquisition of Oasis Pro on October 6th, gaining U.S. broker-dealer and alternative trading system license. This enables compliant securities trading, positioning roles as a critical infrastructure player for regulated real-world asset tokenization, which is cool. So, yeah, and it looks like it's bouncing back from, the hellish week that we've all had this week. Some of you guys may, yeah. Yeah, excuse me. Sorry, you guys. Some of you guys that may be crying about the exchanges tanking, or the whole crypto and stock market tanking. Ondo's 1.6 billion tokenization asset portfolio could drive demand for Rose's privacy-focused blockchain. Regulatory clarity attracts institutional interest, historically a catalyst for altcoin rallies. Well, we'll see. Timeline for Ondo's focused product launches leveraging Oasis infrastructure, AI node integration. Again, if you're in a project, any kind of project, and you're not really attempting to understand how artificial intelligence can affect your product, then you probably are in the wrong business, right? Okay, what is this? Oh, well, let's check out their website. Not gonna lie, I do when I run these. How should I say? When I do these kind of, research on these projects, I do look at aesthetics first, and then we'll go deep down. Now, obviously, aesthetics is not the most important thing, although it does help. It kind of helps understand how privacy is, right? I mean, not privacy, how professional a product is. So, for example, I don't want to do that. Let's see here. No, I don't want to go off of here, but anyway, we'll get to that later. But anyway, it kind of looks elementary, right? Private, decentralized, verified, no performance. ROFL handles heavy computation off-chain, keeps data private, and integrates to any API or AI model, all with verifiable results, and that's solid. For many of you guys, if you don't understand how solid that is, if their project is implemented, or if their chain is implemented, yeah, it's sitting pretty. But let's look at this. We got Oasis ROFL, and they talk about off-chain performance and on-chain trust. We'll take a look at, there's Oasis RFOL, Oasis Sapphire, Oasis Privacy Layer. So there are different layers, and obviously, like they said, if you're in a highway, how do you want your transactions to be done, right? Is it going to be done by microtransactions, or is it going to be done by, Visa or some of these other major ways to transact? Is it going to be done on a blockchain, or maybe even holochain, or maybe even Hashgraph, right? So for many of you guys who don't know, I concentrate on projects and major projects that are on the highest end of technology, right? So we all know that there are different types of distributed ledger technologies. Finding out which one is actually going to be the best to be implemented in today's society is kind of where I lean towards, because if you're not evolving the technology that you have, we all know that distributed ledger technology such as blockchain has proven to be some kind of effective. Now, there's still some kind of scale. So for some of them, some scalability issues. We have some privacy issues for some of them. So, every project is trying and attempting to hit the trifecta: scalable, privacy, and to be to handle and security. So yeah, they're looking into AI roles in staking. Most projects are going to be into staking. I'm not going to get into that. Applications, validators, partners, grants. Let's go ahead and click on partners here. Partner with us. Oh, let's go for to partner with us to evolve privacy across Web3 and AI. Node operators. Become a node operator on Oasis Network. Join our decentralized community of delegators that contributes to the security of our network's ecosystem. Players, anyone can run a node. Learn about the prerequisites here. Very interesting when we're talking about running nodes. Commission from staking rewards and transaction fees. We all know, I don't know how high the transaction fees, but I'm guessing they're pretty low. Let me tell you guys something. A lot of projects now are really starting to have lower and lower transaction fees. I believe that some of the better distributed ledger technology, not blockchain, but the others have even lower transaction fees, and they can scale and run faster. But yeah, we look at validator benefits. Kind of enter your parameters to find calculation of potential benefits compared to costs. So this is very interesting as far as, you know, as far as price is concerned. Approximately monthly profit. Hey, this is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people, hey, you know what? I can actually make $80 for running a node, and for some of them, hey, it may be worth it. Build trustless run, so they're running their mainnet now. Resources. Let's take a tokenomics. So tokenomics is extremely important, and roles in tokenomics. At the heart of the Oasis network is that its native ecosystem token, ROSE. The name for this token was chosen to represent our mission to advance information security, data privacy, and confidentiality across all of Web3. So let's find out more about Rose. Kiss from a rose on a grave. Sorry, you guys. I know I'm not a singer. Branding 101. Oasis. Crypto is often seen as a digital landscape filled with risk and rewards. True. Our vision was to create a network defined by safety and security and prosperity, offering blockchain users, that answers one of my questions, on Oasis of privacy and trust and otherwise unpredictable world of Web3 and AI. The name Oasis was chosen for our network to embody our role in providing the privacy infrastructure for Web3 and AI needs to scale to mass adoption in a secure, safe, and responsible manner. So yeah, if they're able to if they're able to be successful and to grow their team and their project, I can see this as a very solid project. Now the thing is that there are a lot of projects out there that are doing the exact same thing. So let's look at team. Let's see here. Contact, build, launch anywhere, get in touch. I was hoping to get an eye of the people on the team here. Let's see here. Created a job alert. 6 jobs. So they're looking for Oasis ambassador in Japan, Korea, and Singapore. Back-end software engineer in Slovenia, and head of marketing in Europe. Okay, that's pretty cool. And you know, that's also a good sign that they are all across the world, and you know, being able to tap into the markets wherever they possibly can is a huge advantage for teams. I would like to know who the hell is on this team. Maybe I need to scroll to the bottom. Resources. Let's take a look at their blog. Maybe I can find out who wrote the blogs. Just a team thing here. Next. Okay. So again, I know that, you know, this is an up and coming project. I think it's extremely important to be able to say, hey, who our CEO is, who they. I think they may. Let me see here. Let me. Okay, we got a couple people here. Let's go ahead and take a let's go ahead and take a quick listen to this. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure it's not long.
But then let's jump into it. Like Ruffle, rolling on the floor laughing. It doesn't really fit to Oasis. We don't do meme coins. We are rather the serious chain with privacy, really tech focused. So what's behind Ruffle?
Well, Ruffle is the funny off-chain compute framework. Well, actually, I mean, the reason for the name is actually, related to these meme coins and so on. Like I wanted something that sounded cool, and I was like playing with these different acronyms, and it was like runtime off-chain logic. Like, that sounds cool. If you say it like Ruffle, you can also put a fancy AI controlled meme coin. You can use Ruffle to implement something like that. So it's that was my first thought actually. But it's not done. We need to first do everything around it. But maybe someone can do it for the hackathon. There's a lot of cool use cases. What is Ruffle? That's like, let's say it's a framework that basically allows you to develop custom off-chain logic that can be then easily verifiable on-chain through the use of these. And obviously, like, what is all that? Like off-chain logic. That just means programs, applications that run not on-chain. They don't do consensus. They just run asynchronously off-chain, and then they communicate with the on-chain logic through transactions, through events, and so on. So it's just a fancy name, for what has been done in Web 2 since forever. But now basically Ruffle makes it possible to make this verifiable, because that's the problem, right? You can just run some computation off chain, but how do you know that it's actually the correct computation that has been run? How can you trust it with secrets, for example? That's hard, right? So you can do different things. And obviously Ruffle, the point of it is to try to make it as easy as possible to use by abstracting all the underlying infrastructure that is needed to make it actually secure, because it's for developers it's easy to get started, but then under the
they're just basically talking about Ruffle in their off-chain models. I don't understand why projects do this, and you guys know this is like a pet peeve of mine. I actually want to know who's in charge. And they can say, it's a team and nobody's in charge, but I kind of want to know. And I think that's important. I think that building a community and being a CEO and or knowing who are part of the team, actual team, helps. And I don't see that here. That's a little bit of a pet peeve of mine, but okay. I get the gist of Oasis and what they're trying to do. Let me go ahead and click off of here. And we're going to go back here. We're going to see, again, it just goes back to that. I was pretty sure that was it. I didn't click, when I found this website, I didn't click on it. I don't like to do that sometimes, but just to kind of match it up. There's a lot of positive news from a lot of good things apparently happening. If we look over here, it talks about AI node integration and validates Rose use case in AI and DPINs, or decentralized physical infrastructure networks, node operators, and just many different ways to earn roles and or to be a part of their ecosystem. Adoption metrics for Play AI's ecosystem, all that kind of stuff. Please, you guys, I always tell you guys to do your own research, because I do just the overview. I'm not going to get too into, I'm not going to do a deep dive for all of these projects. Let me tell you something. Unless a project really screams out at me, I can see this project as a possible way to make gains and to have a solid project to get into early if you're thinking long term. But for me, unless it screams at me like, wow, this is something very, very different or groundbreaking, I don't do any deep, how should I say, any deep research. Conclusion, Rose's surge reflects a mix of strategic partnerships, AI narrative transactions, and technical factors. While regulatory progress and AI integration are long-term positives, the low volume rebound warrants caution on those timeline for U.S. product launches and Play Notes adoption rates in Q4 2025. So supposedly a lot of things are happening in Q4 2025. It's always, hey, we're going to be launching this or we're going to be doing this. And sorry, you guys, for me being skeptical or pessimistic, but that's just the way I am with these projects. We've all been burned. If you're gonna invest in a project or be part of a project, please make sure that you try. I'm a long-term guy. Be in it for the long term. Do not be in it for the short term. Unless you're gonna put $25 or $30 or something like that into a project, and $50 into a project, and you're like, hey, maybe in a month or so I can double my money. I don't know. I guess it's a whole lot better than playing the lottery every day. That's what I see. More of a guarantee, especially if you do your research. But yeah, profile score is 78%, and that's going to do it. I used to be here all day attempting to do certain things with all of these projects. I got burned out by all the different projects that were out there, so I decided that's why for a long time I have not done research on other projects, and now I'm gonna start getting back into it. I'm kind of like, I'm not burned out anymore. I'm doing a lot of things in my own personal life and being extremely active in like real life. So yeah, it's cool to sit down, do a kind of look over a project and see where they are. Okay. All right, well, that's going to do it for this video, you guys. As I always say, please do your own research, do your own research. And last but not least, above all else, you guys, stay safe out there, okay? Bye, you guys.